the amount of my friends who are like, oh, I can't wear that to the grocery store, or I can't eat that on a first date, or I can only wear that dress on certain occasions, or I can only wear that outfit on certain occasions. Who created those rules? You! Like, break yourself free from the rules you literally are bounding yourself by. You're chaining yourself up by imaginary rules. Who said that you had to do that? Okay. So, how to actually like yourself. Let's start there. So, I feel like a lot of us struggle being authentically ourselves. One, because it's uncomfortable and we don't feel safe doing so. And like a large majority of us don't even know how, because we're taught from birth what boxes to fit into, what job to get, what kind of hobbies you should have, what clothes you should wear. All of that's been taught since birth. So you really don't know what you want until you like, I don't know, you're like, I mean, everyone figures it out at a different age, some at 11, some at 30, some at 40, you know, but everybody at a certain point usually starts to be like, what is it that I like? What is it that I actually like? What makes me genuinely happy? Like what clothes, what type of job, what kind of hobbies actually make me happy, okay? So I think number 2 is just that humans are weird. And again, we're taught to fit into these boxes, but humans are intrinsically very, very, very weird, odd, creative, weird individuals. And sometimes I think we do not feel safe enough showing that weirdness outwardly in public, especially when we're taught since birth to diminish those who you are, like who you are, okay? And I get that it usually stems from anxiety and, you know, how it makes you feel. So maybe going out in public wearing a dress when you're not going to a special occasion makes you feel really, really uncomfortable. Or maybe just wearing a dress in general makes you uncomfortable. Ask yourself why, and also just start to embrace uncomfortability, because staying comfortable is not the antidote to depression or the antidote to feeling better. It just staying stagnant doesn't help anybody, like at all. Humans naturally want to do things, find more hobbies, move and grow as a species. I ran out of storage. So this YouTube thing is going to be hard if I'm constantly running out of storage, but whatever. So yeah, I know it's hard not to care about what other people think about you. So the best advice that I could give is to care more about you. Care more about you. Care more about what it is that you want, what it is that makes you happy. And that is not selfish. So because for those of you whose brains went to instantly, well, that's selfish. No, it's not. You literally are living this life for you. We're all gonna die one day. And at the end of the day, why are you trying to make a stranger happy? Why are you trying to appease a stranger? Somebody that is not going to be at your funeral. So like, why not just wear the thing that you're so scared of a stranger judging, right? There's this thing that a lot of my friends do where we'll be like walking and they'll be like, oh, that person probably thinks that my sweater is really ugly. And I'm like, you're the one who thinks that they think that your sweater is ugly. So it's really, you're just the one who thinks your sweater is ugly. Like, you are using another person as a vessel for your own negative thoughts. That's not helpful. And that's just reaffirming your own anxious cycles that you think that everybody thinks certain things about you when nobody is thinking about you. Okay, I promise. And as much as nobody is thinking about you, people are still haters. So regardless of anything, people are still gonna hate. You can try and please people, but people are still going to hate. So just do the things that make you happy. And as long as you're trying to be a nice, kind, empathetic person at the end of the day, do things that make you happy. I don't let my happiness come from what other people think of me. Do things that make you happy. Think of whatever shows make you happy. Think of games that make you happy. Think of music that makes you happy. And if you can't think of anything that makes you happy, go out of your way to go on YouTube right now and go put on a free show or a free movie. Put one on. Like, whether you like it or not, just do it and figure out things that you like that make you feel more like you. Clothes are a big way to figure out your self-identity, because we're taught since birth what to wear. And, you know, when you start experimenting on what it is that you actually really like and what makes you feel good, that's definitely a big step, I feel like, for me, and how I started feeling like just more confident and more authentically like me. Like, everybody's always like, you wear like grandpa sweaters, and like, this is a cute sweater, but I have a lot of like plaid sweaters, and, you know, I like my style. It makes me happy, and I wouldn't trade it for anybody else's style. I get all my stuff from Goodwill, and that's fine by me, you know, but and it's okay if what you need is Nordstrom, okay? Or TJ Maxx, or that's not expensive, but you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it's expensive or it's not, like, get whatever makes you happy, because you're living this life for you, okay? I feel like a lot of us are taught since kids, like, what kind of sports or what kind of jobs we should have, especially depending on culture or gender even. Like, we're taught how to act a certain way, how to be a certain way. I feel like a lot of men are taught to be providers, but you don't have to be if you don't want to be. And I feel like a lot of women are taught to be like baby makers and wives, and you don't have to be that if you do not want to be that. So just know that you can step out of the boxes that society has created for us. We all judge, so that's another thing. I feel like for a lot of us, we struggle with this because we judge other people. We see other people and we're like, why would they wear that? Or why do they do that? Just challenge those ideas and just think of it as like not a bad thing. Not all these thoughts have to be negative. You can just kind of let the thought come and go. There's plenty of people that I see where there might be a slight judgment for a second where I'm thinking, why are they wearing that? Why are they doing that? But because I've like done so much work on that specific part of my life, I instantly am just like, oh, well, that's just what makes them happy. So I don't really judge people anymore, because I'm kind of, I mean, humans intrinsically judge, that's the thing. But now the thought just flows to, well, that's just what makes them happy. And so, you know, and I'm not as judgmental as I used to be. You have to try and be intentional about who you are and what you want. So, you know, be real with yourself. Tell yourself the things that make you feel uncomfortable. Tell yourself the things that you don't want to say out loud. Say it right now. I am a very aggravating person to sometimes be around, and I'm very outspoken. I'm very forward. I'm very in your face. I know exactly what's wrong with me. I've been going to therapy for 6 years. I went to a mental hospital. So get real with yourself. That's also a big thing that can help you be authentically more like you. You attract what's meant for you once you start becoming more like you. Like, once I became more confident, just once I started becoming more like me, I started attracting more friends that were like me, and I started attracting more opportunities that aligned with me, and just more doors opened once I started figuring out me. Life started feeling more real once I started living it for me. It started feeling so much more just grand and big, and I started being so much more grateful for mundane things, like just even having hands that I can do things with, that I can feed myself with, not everybody has these, okay? Not everybody has glasses for good vision. Like, I'm very grateful for everything that I have, and I don't know, for me, that's also a way I started living more authentically as myself. But some people are pessimists, and that's okay. Main advice is just stop living for strangers. People are going to judge at the end of the day whether you live for them or not. So try living for you for once and see how it feels, you know, really embrace the weirdness and embrace the odd, and just anytime you catch yourself saying like, oh, I shouldn't do that in this like setting, or I shouldn't say that, like, why? I wear pajamas out to the grocery store all the time. Like, I know there's a lot of people who do that, but I have a lot of friends who wouldn't, because it would make them feel uncomfortable. They wouldn't like it. They would feel judged, perceived, whatever. If it just makes you feel uncomfortable and it's just something you don't want to do, that's valid. That's okay. Like, you don't have to do anything that makes you uncomfortable, but this is genuinely about trying to find what makes you happy. Doing something different than what society wanted for you, or doing something different than what your friends or your family or your parents wanted for you. Doing what you want for you for once. Just give it a try. It's a good feeling.